Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa is not a financial planner. And if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so Tesla. Wow. Well, let's see. Forecast. Oh, the forecast. The fair opening price for Monday, 12/16 is 429.41. $429.41. Now, I'll tell you straight out, Grandpa's right about 9 out of 10 times on his fair opening price. But the one time I'm wrong, I'm usually wrong by $10 to $15 consistently. Not, I calculate what's fair, what Tesla should do fairly. And that's all I can do. But I'm telling you, I uh, I smell a rat here. I think we're going to gap up over the weekend. I really do. So, um, and I'll go into that more here later. I'll give you the charts and stuff and why I just see it. Um, I don't even know how I see it. I just see it by when they've done it before. When, like I say, 9 out of 10 times it's going to hit my fair opening price. But I mean, $10 above 429 is 439, and it would not surprise me to open up between 439 and 445 on Monday. It's really, really what I'm seeing. So, Grandpa's opinion, get on the bus. Oh, speaking of Grandpa's opinion, the 8-day SMA, which is simple moving average, at 396.64 versus a share price of 422.80 um, is a clear bullish signal. The 20-day simple moving average of 363.81 and the 50-day simple moving average at 299.80 reinforce this bullish narrative. Even the 200-day simple moving average at 224.33 underscores the long-term upward momentum, adding to the optimism in Tesla stocks. The MACD is a robust 32.49, signaling a continuation of upward momentum. Blinking. Blinking on the bottom, predominantly through the day, was at 414, which was our previous high for the last 3.5 years or so, a little over 3 years. 407 down below that, a lot of buying going on all day long. On the top side, they were shorting at 459 and 451 predominantly through the day. Um, and end of the continuous lawsuits under the current administration. Elon has been sued to death. Tesla, not just Tesla, but his other companies also. The current administration just don't like Elon. That's all it's to it. So an end of the continuous lawsuits under the current administration and some fair regulations will send Tesla to the moon, or about $10,000. That's where Grandpa thinks the moon is in the near future, followed by Mars. Mars at 100,000 per share. This is where Elon is going. So don't blame Grandpa. Get on the bus. Okay, so Grandma, quit dingling that coffee cup. Grandma brought Grandpa. Um, she's so happy she made so much money today. She don't know what she's doing. She bought me hot chocolate. Thank you, Grandma. Okay, so we had a high to low today of $20.59. So we had great movement. If you haven't ever listened to any of my previous live streams, like, share, and subscribe, and listen to one. The movement in Tesla stock is one main reason why Grandpa loves to trade Tesla. It has good movement. Usually we went a long time where it was only $5, but usually it's a lot of times it's 10, and the higher the price goes, you'll see more $15, $20 days from high to low, and $50 per day up and down will become more common, and it gives a person an opportunity to make money if you have movement. And then the other thing is Tesla's, in my opinion, is just absolutely rock solid. They're profitable. Elon is also the richest man in the world, as well he should be. SpaceX really put him over the top here. He gained $50 billion with, I think, the IPO. Well, they took in some investors into SpaceX, and the valuation just skyrocketed. I don't believe you can even buy shares unless you're a billionaire of some sort in SpaceX. So we had a high today of 436.30, and after hours here they gapped up a little bit to 436.66 for a little bit, and we had a low today of 415.71. Yep, that's where Grandma bought. Down right just above that. That Grandma, she made good money today. Now she wishes she wouldn't have sold those shares. Closed at 436.23. The indexes. Okay, NASDAQ was up substantially. However, the S&P was down just slightly, and Tesla just absolutely outperformed again. The dominant trend is up. If you have a buy signal in the daily, the weekly, and the monthly, the dominant trend will be up. If one of them is a sell signal, the dominant trend is down. And we have a dominant trend up. Pivot point, 302.70 on the bottom is our bottom pivot point. Okay, here it is right here. This is the 4-hour chart. On the bottom, this white line is 302.70. And here's 367.20, our previous high pivot point. And we are searching for a new top pivot point. Question is 436.66 going to be our new top pivot point? That's getting real close to 437 that Grandpa was talking about way back when Tesla was 350 still, as potentially being a possible spot for it. However, as far as the pivot, the top pivot point now, based on what I've been seeing in the blinking throughout the day, because they have been blinking up in the 507, 509 area, and I believe I believe that our top pivot point is going to probably end up being uh, up in the 507, 509 range. I do not believe that 436.66 is our new top pivot point. And the reason it's important is once we reach that top pivot point, we'll meander all over the place going downward. It'll go down 15 and up 7 and down 10 and up 5 and up 12 and down 20 until we reach our new bottom pivot point, which could be, the 350 area, it could be the 400 area. This this thing can move $100, more than $100. Let's see, 367 and 100 is 467, and we're just about to that point. But it can run $150 in between pivot points when it gets up, especially when Tesla's getting hot. Oh, did I mention divergence? I'm not sure. Okay, volume remained pretty much the same today. 86 million shares were bought and sold on higher prices. Just neutral. And of course, the fair opening price for Monday, 12/16, is 429.41. Grandpa smells a rat. I do not believe that fair opening price. I think it's going to be a long time before you see that number. Very likely. I could be wrong. Grandpa's fair opening price might be right. But I just smell a rat. I think this thing is going to possibly gap up by Monday. Upside resistance, 440. And truthfully, when it comes to upside resistance, we don't got any. There is none. It's pretty much psychological. We have nothing stopping us but where we think it should be, and given our signals, and that's all I can do is write those down. So anyway, you have upside resistance at 440, 445.40, 457, and we're looking for 507 to 509 as a potential top pivot point. And you want to know that because you when we get there, that's a place to take some profits potentially. And if you're crazy enough to short this stock, which Grandpa's not doing anymore, by the way, if I ever lose money, it's shorting Tesla. I'm tired of that. Downside support. We have support at 429.41, which is our fair opening price. And I'll be real surprised if we even hit it. Very. I hope we do. I hope we go down. I want to buy some more shares. Down below that, we have support at 420.85, 417. Me and Grandma have been buying so many shares at the 417, 416 area that we thought it would never leave there. And then, of course, 414 because it's our previous high for a little over 3 years. And down below that, 400. And there's really no use talking about the 387 and the 357 and the 350. You guys have heard it a million times. Tesla is overbought. Whoopee doopie. Whoopee doopie. Tesla can be overbought all the way up to $700 and beyond. it it does not mean that it's got to do a pullback just because it's overbought. It's been overbought for a while. It's not as overbought as it was the other day. And this pullback that we did yesterday helped it out quite a bit, but it's still overbought. So, what do we say now? Well, we say, don't blame Grandpa. You know, people think Grandpa's crazy. Don't blame Grandpa. What? Why would you blame Grandpa? Well, if you sell your Tesla shares, I don't want you to blame Grandpa. Nobody should sell their Tesla shares ever. They should just keep them till they're 100,000. So when Tesla gets to 50,000 per share, you sell your Tesla share, take your 50,000, and a year later it's 100,000. I'm just saying, don't blame Grandpa. You think I should sing? Should I? I don't know. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your Tesla share. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your Tesla share. Don't blame Grandpa. Don't blame Grandpa. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your Tesla share. Hey, I'll probably come back tomorrow afternoon and do one update or something. Nothing but good news. Elon in the government with Trump is just amazing. All the big guys, all the big billionaires, Facebook and Google and all those guys, they're all going to Mar-a-Lago and visiting with Trump. They all give him $1 million each for his inauguration party. Sounds like the leader of China's even going to come to the party. It's going to be quite an inauguration. I'll bet you there will be hundreds of thousands of people there. And a lot of people, first thing Trump's going to do is let those people out of prison that I seen a deal on the news. The FBI, that Ray, he resigned. The FBI guy, he's going to be out of office here. He's quitting just prior to Trump coming into office. But so he's given it up. But they came out with a report. There were 26. I don't want to call them undercover, but they were working for the FBI, egging on the protests. 6 of them even went into the Capitol building, spurring on the agitation, trying to get the peaceful protesters who were doing nothing wrong. None of those guys are in jail. All 26 of them, they were working for the FBI to stir up trouble. And it came out, it's in the news, and it's all deep state stuff. You've heard the stories, and they like to call that fake news or conspiracy theory and all that, but it turns out to be true. If you hear them saying that somebody else is doing something, it's them doing it. And I also heard that Biden is pardoning upwards of over 1,500 people that have virtually persecuted Trump in every way, shape, or form over the last 4 years. You probably have to pardon Ray too, the FBI guy. But there's a ton of them. Adam Schiff, Pelosi, you name it. He's got to pardon them because, uh, and they've not been charged with anything. He's gonna give them a pardon in case they get charged for wrongdoing going back 10 years or more. They never seen nothing like it. I don't know if that's legal. Let me know what you think. I don't think that should be legal to be able to pardon someone that hasn't even done anything, hasn't been charged with a crime yet. But he's got to pardon them because they're dirty. They're dirty. And I like it that Elon stepped up and told these GOP Republican senators that if they don't vote for Trump's cabinet, they will face a primary and he'll finance the opposition for them. So they're so dirty, even some of those Republicans, more than a few, they're so dirty that if they let the right people get into office, they'll expose them of their. So they probably end up in prison. They're so dirty, and so. But they'll either be out of a job, and or shortly, and or they'll get what they deserve. But yeah, they and these same people they'll vote for. They all voted for the Democrats nominations, Biden's people. All them GOPers, the ones that are trying to hold back Trump's cabinet picks, they all got on the bus for the Democrat picks, and boy were they some doozies, some real losers. Oh, Grandpa's getting steamed up again. Hey, think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does.